Oh no. Every time I think I'm done, I unearth another ungodly thing. I was completely unafraid of being cringe. I was immune to being embarrassed. I should have started with this box. Hi, hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be going through some of my emo relics that I've accumulated over the years. I talked about doing this a couple months ago at this point on my Blue Sky, and a lot of people were very enthused at the idea, and then I kind of forgot about it. And now, with everyone having like 2016 psychosis nostalgia, I was like, let me dig out my stuff. Most of this is pre-2016. I want to say like 2011 to 2014, early 15, stuff like that. So when I was 13 ish through late 16. That's kind of the age range. And I have not one, not two. This one is heavy. This one has a bunch of notebooks in it. Oh god, this is opening. But 3 shoe boxes to go through. I have no idea. Well, I have like a vague idea of what's in all these. I have not looked through these properly in a very, very, very long time. So I'm going to be just as surprised as you are. Before we get into what's in these boxes, if you enjoy these types of videos, please do let me know by leaving me a like. It's absolutely free, and maybe even consider subscribing, which is free also, and it does help me out a ton, and you'll also never miss another one of my videos. If you couldn't tell that I was emo, which I feel like most people can just by looking at me and observing me behave. My credentials are, here's some photos of like 12, 13, 14-year-old me. So like my emo journey, if you want to call it that, started out with me discovering My Chemical Romance. They were like my first ever emo band that I was really, really into. Then from that, I got into The Used, and then I think I made friends with someone also on Tumblr who was really, really into Bring Me the Horizon, and then I got into Bring Me the Horizon, and from there I got into like Asking Alexandria and Bless the Fall and Escape the Fate and Falling in Reverse, unfortunately. And then it just kind of, you know, went from there. I was in a Bless the Fall video when I was like 14. Granted, it's like a tiny little pixel of purple hair because it's one of those like live footage music videos. They were opening for Asking Alexandria, and I was Barricade because of course I was Barricade for Asking Alexandria. I had no business listening to them at like 14, but hey, actually, let me play historian again because this is like one of my favorite topics. So at the time that I'm talking about, and even earlier as well, you could not call yourself emo. Someone else had to call you it first, and it had to be like a normal person in your age range calling you emo for you to be like knighted with that title. And when that person called you emo, you also had to deny it to your death, because if you agreed or if you called yourself emo, you were a poser, and being a poser was like the worst thing you could be. However, being called emo was like the big thing that everyone kind of strived for. So, you know, it was a time. It was a time. That all being said, let's get into my emo relics. And I think I'm going to just start with this box because it's still in my lap. Completely besides the point, has nothing to do with being emo. But Iron Fist was like insanely popular at the time. And My friend Kaya has got me back into Iron Fist and like looking up Iron Fist stuff on Vinted and on all these secondhand sites. So thanks for that. This is what's in here. Cyberdog bag. This was like the tail end of being emo. I thought I was like done with being emo. Ooh! Oh, they're disgusting. I have a handful of these silicone bracelets. They were like a 2010s emo staple. I have an Emily Autumn one, Asylum Army with a rat on it. Another Emily Autumn one. I'm sorry, these are gross. These are so gross. I'm going to see if I can clean them maybe, because they would be fun to wear. I can't lie. This one says Plague Rat again with the rat on it. This one used to be white. It's an MCR one and it says Young and Loaded. So this is from like the Danger Days era. Probably overall my least favorite MCR album. And then the last one I have in here is a Bring Me the Horizon one, which says We Will Never Sleep. I would wear these, probably all of these at once, just along my arm, and they would go down to here. Absolute sensory nightmare. They're disgusting. So these are not emo relics, I'm realizing. These are mostly just relics from when I went to see my Tumblr friend. Summer of Like. Shout out to Hannah. We're gonna move on to the next box because this one was kind of disappointing. Can't even lie. I'm pretty sure this has like, clothes and like fabric stuff in it. We're just gonna look at what we have in here because I see some good. Sorry, can't say that anymore. We're gonna start with this one. Now, I would not consider Emily Autumn emo, but she was part of that time for me. How do I hold this? Free Suffer ribbed tank top. It's a size medium. It never really fit me. I doubt it would fit me now, but is this not just so cute though? Like a relic, truly. We have a collection of MCR bandanas. These came out with Danger Days, obviously, and I think it was just like this 4-pack of bandanas. This one I wore a lot, not like an actual bandana because those always felt kind of like a bib to me, and having it like around my face, even then I cringed at that. But I definitely wore this one like tied around my wrists for a really, really long time because I was really into like the wrist accessories. There's also a yellow one. Then there's this pink and black polka dot one. Yeah. And a white and red one. This one reminds me of Mr. Blobby. My parents were such good sports with all my shenanigans. This is definitely not in here, but I know I never got rid of it. I also got one of the Killjoy jackets that they sold when the album came out. I got the Jetstar one. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to put in a picture because I have no idea where it is. I just know I didn't get rid of it. I wore it so much when I was like 12, 13. People in school would obviously make fun of me for it. I think this is probably one of my most prized possessions. Are you ready? I don't think you're ready. It's the MCR bulletproof. It's not really bulletproof. Venganza vest. It came with like a little bullet-shaped USB stick, USB drive. Iconic. I also wore this to school. Obviously, I got made fun of for it. I think this is like my most iconic piece of MCR merch that I own. No way! My Warped Tour shirt. This is from, does it say? Warped Tour 13. I think the only time Warped Tour came to Europe, period, or at least the only time Warped Tour came to my city, I was buzzing when I found out that was happening. I had so much fun. What else do we have? Whoop. We got a striped tie because of course we do. Of course we do. Emo staple. I thought I got rid of this. I'm gonna scream. This is my favorite The Used shirt. I was talking about this to my friend Hannah the other month. It's been a while, but I was fully convinced I got rid of this shirt and I didn't. And on the back of the collar it says In Love and Death. I got Charlotte's shirt, which is actually from the 2019 tour. So this is not like biblically accurate 2010s, but it is still like the 2010s. We are on to box number 3. This is going to be our last one for today. It's very heavy. Let's look together. Hold it. There's a bunch of notebooks in there. I got this one from IKEA because I had a teapot on it, and of course there's nothing in it. This was definitely for one of those Tumblr thingies that was like, send me a message and I'll write your username on a piece of paper and take a photo with it. This was my favorite notebook at the time. It has the lyrics to Makeup by Escape the Fate in there for, I don't know what reason. Knives and Pens by Blackwell Brides. Something by Escape the Fate. How many song lyrics did I write in there? And it's all Escape the Fate and Blackwell Brides. Maybe 10 pages of this were used. I definitely ripped out a bunch of pages from this because that was just like my specialty, was writing in these things and then ripping out pages. We have just hit a complete jackpot. These are concert tickets. We're going to be going through them in a second. I should have started with this box. I used to have like a cork wall where I would put all of my concert tickets. We're going to go in chronological order. My Chemical Romance, Machine Head, but I went for Bring Me the Horizon, obviously. Asking Alexandria. This is when I saw Bless the Fall as well. I kept it with this feather because I was really cringe and I threw a feather boa on stage. Emily Autumn for the first time. This is 2012. Black Veil Brides, €20. Can you imagine? La Dispute, We Came as Romance, and Bless the Fall. Asking Alexandria, Emily Autumn, again. Warped Tour for €40. My Warped Tour schedule and map with space for photos and autographs, which I think is so cute. I even marked who I saw. I also saw All Time Low, Marilyn Manson, Don't Cancel Me. This was before it all came out for either of those. Escape the Fate, Glamour of the Kill, and New Year's Day all in one, which was insanity. Brand new. And the last one in here is for Creeper. That's definitely more. I think I just stopped being as anal about collecting my tickets. I also saw Hawthorne Heights. I saw Good Charlotte twice. I saw him. This is definitely from Warped Tour. It's like a little beach ball. I'm not going to blow it up because I'm scared of like what's been growing in there for like 13 years, but it is black and white stripes and it is Vans. We of course have the skeleton glove. Should I keep this on for the rest of this video? It's so tight. It's fine. This may seem like an ordinary bottle to you, but Bobokin drank from this and then threw it in the crowd and kept it because it's very important to me. I was obsessed with The Used for a while. The original drummer, Brandon, when he quit the band, he then joined Rancid, and Rancid came to Vienna in 2011, 2012. I don't really know. And one of my Tumblr friends came to Vienna and we met up and we basically hunted that man down. Mind you, we were all like 13, 14. I think the oldest one of us was like 16, and made him, take photos with us and talk to us and like sign stuff. And I got my phone case signed. It was a panda phone case. Yeah. I don't even need to find the photo. I got it printed and it is right here. I was 13. I was cringe, but I was free. Don't ask me why it yellowed so much up here. But I also got my shirt signed. Why are there stains on it? I never really met many band members, and when I did, they were not very nice, like Escape the Fate. So I think these two, and my Suicide Season CD that I got signed by all the members of Bring Me the Horizon are the only things I actually have. The next thing in here is probably one of the most niche relics that I own, and it is the Roppu vinyl figure. I think he yellowed a bit over time. One of my friends signed it and she also wrote "Love You" on it. If you don't know, the singer of Bring Me the Horizon, Ollie Sykes, has a clothing brand called Drop Dead. And in, I want to say like 2011-ish, 2010, 2011, they came out with Doropu. This like cat head brain design thing was on clothes for a long, long time before that, but they did come out with this. I think he's cute though. I think he's adorable. My Warped Tour wristband. 1, 2, 3, 4 Pride bracelets, because I've been to every Pride since I was like 13. This was from like another little music festival that my friend and her dad took me to. This is from the meet and greet where I got my Suicide Season CD signed. What a tongue twister. And that was 2011. It's been a while. Oh no. Every time I think I'm done, I unearth another ungodly thing. This is from when I saw Asking Alexandria, and one of the guys complained on Twitter about how they had no more clean socks. So my friend and I went to H&M before the show and got them like a 10-pack of socks or something and threw them on stage with our Twitter handles attached. And he said, "Thank you." And I printed it out. I was completely unafraid of being cringe. I was immune to being embarrassed. I hate to say it. I was looking for this. I thought it was gone forever. This is like the arm thingy that came with pre-order of the May Death Never Stop You album that MCR put out. It says May Death Never Stop You, My Chemical Romance 2001 to 2013. It's one of those like, I don't even know what they're called. Those like thingies you have at funerals. I may cry. I've said it like 20 times now, but I think we're finally on to the very, very last pile of things. I have a little bag of Impericon stuff, which I think I got at Impericon Tour, whenever that was. And I have an Impericon sticker, an Asking Alexandria sticker, Betraying the Martyrs sticker, and another Asking Alexandria sticker, an Impericon Festival CD, a relic. This is so 2013. An Asking Alexandria poster. Ugh, I would have put that on my wall had I opened that little bag earlier. 1,000%. Oh well. And then we have this Impericon goodie bag, a Chelsea Grin sticker, Asking Alexandria sticker. These are massive. These are like the size of my face. And another Chelsea Grin sticker. I definitely had this one on my laptop at one point. Another Asking Alexandria sticker. Or maybe they toured together. Could that be it? Maybe. I fear this is going to be another one of those videos that no one is going to enjoy but me. Those were my emo relics for today. Let me know if you're also a hoarder. I hope you had as much fun going through these as I did. I definitely got hit with a massive wave of nostalgia through all this. I still can't believe I could have seen Chiodos and just didn't. Let me know if you also have like a box of memories or like some emo relics. Have you seen any of these bands? Do you like any of these bands? Talk to me about being emo. Let me know if you would like to see a part 2 of this, perhaps. I know I would love making one. A very special thank you to my channel members. If you would also like to become a rat baby, have your name displayed here and reap all of these beautiful, amazing, gorgeous perks for as low as $1.99 a month. You can join up here. And as always, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, listening to me yap and show you my collection of emo things. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!